Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show that helps you cut through all the noise and really get to the core insights from, well, some pretty incredible source material.
Exactly. And today we're tackling something pretty universal for anyone in business, big or small.
Yeah, that constant need for cash flow
Right.
and for growth that actually lasts. You know, it's surprising, but something like 82% of businesses fail. And it's not usually lack of hard work or even a bad idea.
It's cash.
Yeah.
They just run out of money. It's a stark reminder, honestly, of how vital that steady revenue stream is if you want to survive, let alone really grow something significant.
Which is exactly why today we're diving deep into this concept called money models. And our source material for this dive is, frankly, pretty remarkable. It's based on a live book launch event, an event where they actually broke a Guinness World Record.
Yeah, incredible stuff. And we're pulling insights from an entrepreneur who isn't just talking theory. You know, this is someone who built a portfolio of businesses generating over $250 million in revenue just in 2024.
So our mission today, we want to cut through the jargon, show you how these money models actually work in practice. We've got real-world examples, practical applications. The goal is for you to walk away with the knowledge to unlock some serious sustainable growth in your own ventures.
Okay, so let's get into it. What are money models, really?
Good question.
At their heart, they're basically a sequence of offers, but they're engineered, designed specifically to get customers to pay for, well, two more things beyond the initial purchase.
Two more things. Interesting.
The aim isn't just that one sale. It's about getting more customers, getting them to spend more money, and doing it in less time, repeatedly. That's the key.
So it fundamentally shifts the bottleneck.
Exactly. It removes cash flows as the thing holding you back. It lets a business scale as fast as it possibly can without that constraint.
That definition really highlights the leverage, doesn't it? It's not just make a sale, it's strategic design of the whole customer journey.
To facilitate those ongoing transactions.
So what's the biggest mindset shift someone needs to make to really embrace this?
I think the biggest thing is moving away from just thinking transactionally. You know, how do I get this one sale?
Right.
And moving towards something more relational. How do I design an ongoing relationship that keeps delivering value? Because if you deliver value, you get continuous revenue back.
So the focus shifts from just acquisition costs
to lifetime value. Exactly. And the person behind these ideas, Alex Hormozi, he's got some serious runs on the board.
Definitely.
I mean, he sold 3 companies he started basically as a kid. 2 of them went in an all-cash deal for $46.2 million.
Wow.
And then he took that capital, built acquisition.com, and like we said, their portfolio businesses. Over $250 million in revenue in 2024.
That's massive.
To put it in perspective, if acquisition.com was public today, it'd be in the top 15% of all 51,000 public companies, just based on net income. That's significant success.
And what I find really compelling is his whole philosophy. He talks about experience, not theory. His mission with his wife, Layla, is making real business education accessible for everyone. How does that practical experience-first approach shape how these models are actually used?
Well, it means they're not just abstract ideas cooked up in a lab, right? These are strategies that have been tested in the trenches, and they apply pretty much universally.
Right.
Hormozi is clear. Money models work whether you sell software, information, services, or physical products. He boils it down to those 4 universal types of stuff a business can sell.
So it's about the underlying psychology, not just the product type.
Exactly. Human buying psychology.
Yeah.
And these models, they're built using 4 key mechanisms. Think of them as the building blocks.
Okay, what are those?
Right. So you've got attraction. That's the first offer, the thing that pulls someone in, gets them to make that initial purchase.
Makes sense.
Then there's the upsell, guiding that customer to something higher value after they've already bought something.
Okay.
Then the downsell. If they say no to the main offer, you provide a lower price, maybe easier to access alternative. You don't lose them entirely.
Smart.
And finally, continuity. That's your recurring revenue piece, designed for ongoing value, ongoing payments, like a subscription or membership.
Got it. Attraction, upsell, downsell, continuity. Those are the levers.
Those are the levers. And they're not just buzzwords. They're specific tools. To really see how powerful they are, let's look at some actual case studies from his experience.
Perfect. Let's start with a consumer service. The example used is a gym. Now, the classic problem there was the free trial.
Oh yeah, the bane of many gym owners' existence.
Right. People use it, maybe get some value, but then converting them to a paying member Tough. They often just disappear.
Exactly. So the solution they came up with was pretty clever. It was called a win your money back offer.
Okay, how did that work?
Customers paid the full price up front, no free trial. But they committed to hitting a specific fitness goal, say lose X pounds in 6 weeks, if they hit the goal. They got their money back, but as store credit.
Store credit, not cash.
Exactly. And that store credit was immediately used to make a special continuity offer really appealing.
Yeah.
Hey, use that credit towards your first few months, sort of thing.
That's smart. It gets commitment and cash up front.
Immediately. It generated way more cash flow within the first 30 days. Turn those looky-loos into committed clients from day one.
And the results?
Pretty staggering. This model let that gym business scale to 6 locations in just 3 years. They were even filling new gyms with paying members before the doors officially opened.
Wow.
And eventually they licensed that model out to thousands of other gyms.
And here's the kicker, right? The service itself.
Unchanged.
The equipment, the trainers.
Exactly the same. Only the money model changed. And that changed the results dramatically.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? You could have a great service, but if your money model has a subtle flaw...
It could be invisibly kneecapping your growth.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears. Example 2. B2B service. Online sales.
Right. So here the problem was different. They had a high-ticket offer, a $15,000 launch package.
Okay, hefty price tag.
Yeah, and it took 3 sales calls to close a deal. Plus, customers rarely bought any extra continuity offers afterward.
So it's constant pressure to find the next big client.
Constant stressful reacquisition just to keep the lights on, make payroll, no stable, predictable income.
Just with the fix.
A continuity bonus offer. Basically, give the customer something awesome for free.
Free.
Yeah, if they signed up for the continuity program right away. And often, the perceived value of that bonus was even higher than the first continuity payment itself.
So you're heavily incentivizing that long-term commitment up front.
Exactly. And that simple tweak, it led to explosive scaling. They went from $380,000 a month to $1.76 million a month in 6 months.
Get out. $380K to $1.76 million.
6 months, yeah. It let them crush their competition in a pretty niche market, and ultimately they sold the business to private equity.
And again,
the core service didn't change, just a better money model, completely rewriting the business's future.
It really begs the question for anyone listening. Where in your process could a strategic bonus unlock that long-term commitment and just ease that acquisition pressure?
Definitely something to think about.
Okay, third example, B2C this time, but in person. Supplements sold in gyms via self-checkout.
Right. The root problem here was that ad costs for gyms were just going up and up.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
So gyms needed more revenue per member just to afford getting new leads. Without it, they'd eventually fail. Selling supplements seemed like an obvious way to boost revenue. But how do you do it well?
Right. How do you get people to actually buy?
The solution was teaching gyms a specific process, a 4-part menu upsell for supplements.
4 parts? Okay.
Simple sequence. First, unsell what they don't need.
Unsell.
Yeah, build trust. Tell them, look, you don't need this, this, or this. Immediately builds credibility.
Okay, I like that.
Second, prescribe what they do need based on their actual goals.
Yep.
Positioning yourself as the expert.
Right.
Third, ask if they prefer option A or option B. Simplify the choice. Don't overwhelm them.
Choice architecture.
Exactly. And finally, make it super easy to pay. Remove friction.
Unsell, prescribe A or B, easy pay.
Okay. That sequence taps into trust, authority, making decisions easy, and the impact.
Let me guess. Significant?
Astronomical. Sales went from $270,000 a month across their gyms to $1.6 million a month.
Whoa!
In 2 months.
$270K to $1.6 million on supplements.
On supplements.
Yes.
Using that model. It meant gyms could suddenly afford leads again. And crucially, during the COVID lockdowns when gyms were shut.
Oh, wow, yeah.
That supplement revenue became a lifeline. It actually allowed the parent gym company to be sold to private equity during a really, really tough economic time.
Incredible. Same product, different model, totally different outcome. It turned a potentially failing area into a massive profit center.
Absolutely.
Okay, final case study. Online checkout, SaaS product this time. It's a platform called School.
Right. School lets people build online communities you can monetize. Initially, their offer was pretty standard, 14-day free trial, then $99 a month.
Okay, seems reasonable.
Yeah, but it took them 4 years to hit $1 million in monthly recurring revenue, MRR.
4 years to $1 million MRR.
Okay, but then, for this big book launch we mentioned.
The record-breaking one.
Yeah, they tried a totally different money model. They offered 90 days free.
90. Wow.
And then just $9 a month for life for people who join during the launch.
$9 a month for life. That's aggressive.
Very aggressive. But look at the impact on the launch itself. They spent over $4 million on ads for this launch.
Okay, big spend.
And generated over $6.47 million in returns during the launch period.
So the launch paid for itself and then some.
Massively profitable. The money model itself made the launch self-funding. It was like playing with house money, as you said.
These examples are powerful. They really drive home how tweaking how you charge, how you structure the offer, can have this massive disproportionate impact, often more than changing the product itself.
It forces you to think about that whole customer journey end to end.
Okay, so if these models are that powerful, how do people actually, learn and use them? That brings us to this $100 million money model system.
Right. And this isn't just theory. Like we said, it's a full implementation system. It's built around 12 physical playbooks.
Physical playbook, like actual books.
Actual spiral-bound books, yeah.
Yeah.
Organized into 4 core systems. And these weren't just whipped up overnight. They came from working directly with over 1,000 businesses.
1,000.
Over 1,026, actually. Businesses who paid like $35,000 or more just for bits and pieces of these insights over the years.
Okay, so this is distilled experience. What are the systems?
Okay, first is the lead system. 4 playbooks in there. Goated ads, hooks, branding, and marketing machine. The big idea is predictable, scalable ways to get customers that don't rely on you being the face all the time.
Yeah.
Remove yourself as the bottleneck for leads.
Makes sense. You need leads consistently.
Then the sales system. 3 playbooks. Lead nurture, they share strategies here that apparently get like 89% show rates for appointments, which is nuts.
89%.
Yeah. Then closing includes 7 universal closes he says he's never shared publicly before. And proof how to capture amazing testimonials and figure out why people aren't converting. Basically, turning more leads into paying customers efficiently.
Okay, leads, sales. What's next?
Delivery system. 2 playbooks here. Lifetime value digs into 8 different ways customers can transact with you, plus value mapping. And retention protocols to slash churn, learn from analyzing millions of memberships. This is all about keeping customers happy and maximizing their value over time.
Crucial. Getting a customer is hard. Keeping them is key.
Totally. And finally, the profit system. 3 playbooks. Fast cash strategies for generating quick cash infusions when needed. Pricing 10 instant tweaks and 17 different algorithms to make sure you're pricing optimally. And price raise battle-tested ways, like specific letters, to raise prices without causing a mass exodus. This makes sure the business is actually profitable, not just busy.
Lead, sales, delivery, profit. That's comprehensive. 12 playbooks covering the whole life cycle.
It's a lot. But wait, there's more.
Of course there is.
Beyond the physical books, there's also this thing called the ACQ AI.
AI, okay.
Yeah, a custom AI. Trained on all 3 of Alex's books, all 12 playbooks, and notes from over 226 one-on-one business consultations.
Whoa. How much were those worth?
They valued them at $135,000 each. So that's over $31 million worth of high-level advisory work fed into this AI.
Good grief. And what does it do?
It's designed to give you personalized, actionable answers to your specific business questions, like having a master consultant who's seen it all right there.
That's potentially game-changing.
Yeah.
How do you learn to use all this?
Good question. There's also the ACQ Virtual Implementation Workshop. It's live, online, led by Hormozi himself.
He leads it directly.
Yeah. The goal is to help you figure out what's your biggest constraint right now, which playbook should you start with for the biggest impact, and how do you actually use that AI effectively.
Okay. And context?
Well, apparently an in-person version his team runs costs $35,000. So getting this virtual access is pretty significant value.
35 grand. Wow. Okay. And there was a bonus too from the launch.
Right, the Launch Black Book. This was a bonus just for the launch participants. It's a digital treasure trove, basically.
What's in it?
Everything. Email sequences, SMS campaigns, the video sales letters they used, how they recruited affiliates, their paid ad campaigns, the webinar content, even internal memos about the launch strategy.
So it's literally the blueprint for how they broke that world record.
Pretty much. A masterclass in marketing and monetization right there.
Okay, this whole package, the playbooks, the AI, the workshop, the black book, how do people actually get access? You mentioned it wasn't a straight purchase.
Yeah, this is where the money model gets meta. It's brilliant, really. Access isn't bought directly. It's granted when a business owner donates 200 copies of the book to other entrepreneurs.
Donates 200 books.
Yeah, it ties into this huge mission they have. Get the book into the hands of 32.5 million entrepreneurs across America. So they're using the distribution of the knowledge itself as the way to fund access to the deeper implementation tools.
That is a fascinating model in itself, using community and giving back as the engine for growth.
Right. It's an innovative way to try and democratize this level of business education.
Absolutely. So it's this incredible system, but it also seems deeply connected to a certain way of thinking, an entrepreneurial mindset.
Yeah.
There are lessons here beyond just the mechanics, right?
Oh, totally. Hormozi shares this story about himself back in 2012.
Yeah.
He spent $3,000, which was probably a lot for him then, on learning Facebook ads.
Okay.
Didn't make money right away from that specific workshop. But that one skill ended up generating millions for him over the long run. His point is, to winners, learning skills is always worth it. It's about that long-term investment in yourself.
Playing the long game. And he also talks about resourcefulness, doesn't he?
Yeah, like opening his first gym using free chairs and tables he got from a car dealership that was closing down.
Love it.
That focus on resourcefulness over resources. Not what you have, but what you do with it. And he talks about this concept of the ignorance tax.
Ignorance tax. What's that?
It's the idea that you pay with your time, your most valuable asset, for the knowledge you lack. You spend weeks struggling with something you could learn how to fix in hours with the right guidance or by investing in the knowledge.
Oof. That hits home. Paying a time because you don't know better.
Exactly. And this ties into another key insight, something he saw repeatedly in Q&A sessions with business owners.
Which is?
Most businesses die from indigestion, not starvation.
Indigestion, not starvation.
Meaning they fail because they try to do too much. They chase too many shiny objects, implement too many strategies at once, spread themselves too thin rather than doing too little. Focus is paramount.
It makes so much sense. You see it all the time.
And the advice he gave in those sessions reflected that. Like Mr. T's Pizza doing $2.4 million a year. They were thinking of pivoting. The advice, don't. Double down on what's working. Resist the urge to add complexity.
Right. Focus.
Or an accent wall business. They wanted to add more services. The advice, no. Focus your marketing on your best customers, the commercial clients, with higher lifetime value, and raise your prices because your margins are too low. Fix the core before expanding.
Sharpen the axe before cutting more wood.
Exactly. Another one, an M&A deal sorting firm charging flat fees. Advice, shift to a percentage of the deal value, especially for the bigger deals. Align your money model with the value you create.
Makes sense.
And a plumbing business struggling with keeping employees. The owner felt like he had to change his personality, become a better manager. The advice, no, hire a dedicated service manager. Let the master plumber focus on plumbing and hire someone whose strength is managing people. Solve the root problem by structuring roles correctly.
Don't expect everyone to be good at everything. Leverage strength.
Precisely. It's about solving the core issue, not just patching symptoms.
So when you zoom out, these money models, this focus, this resourcefulness, it's not just about maximizing profit for yourself, is it?
Not at all. It connects to this broader philosophy he calls win-win-win. Win-win-win. Yeah. For a business to be truly sustainable and great, it needs to create a win for customers, obviously, but also for employees, for partners, for investors, and even for the wider community.
Everyone involved needs to benefit.
Right. He argues if someone in that chain is losing, you just haven't been creative enough with your strategy, with your money model.
That's a high bar, but a powerful one.
It reframes business as a relationship. You have to nurture it, reinvest in it, deposit into it if you expect it to deposit back to you long term.
It's about building something that compounds, that can eventually run without you constantly pushing it.
Yeah, building a legacy, potentially, not just a job for yourself, something that allows you to give back even more later.
This deep dive really brings it home. Understanding and using these money models isn't just a financial tactic, it's transformative.
Yeah, it's about building resilience, creating opportunities, fostering innovation. It's strategic design applied to the engine of the business.
And thinking bigger picture. The skills you learn doing this mastering monetization, strategic growth, these aren't just business skills, are they?
No way. They're life skills. They give you leverage, confidence. They let you tackle bigger challenges, make bigger bets in all areas of your life because you understand how value and exchange work at a deeper level.
And the proof, really, is that record-breaking launch itself.
Absolutely. Fastest-selling nonfiction book in history, beating presidents, first ladies, royalty.
And driven not by some huge corporate machine, but by entrepreneurs themselves.
Yeah, that underscores the power, the collective energy within the business community when they rally around something they believe provides real value. It's a huge testament to the ideas we've been talking about.
So let's leave our listeners with this thought. If just one strategic shift, one adjustment in how you structure your offers, how you design your money model, if that could unlock exponential growth, give you more stability, maybe even lead to real freedom, what ignorance tax might you be paying right now by not diving deeper into your own business's money models?